All right, let me move my chair on back and we'll go ahead and get set up to do the class. You don't need anything to practice with me except that chair you're sitting in, and I want you to be sure that the chair isn't going to roll away or disappear out from under you. Because when we get to some standing work, it's possible that chair could shift on you, and we don't want that to happen. So I always start by grounding down and coming into the space, into the moment. And I like to think of it as for the next 30 minutes, you have nowhere to go and nothing to do. So this is a Veterans Yoga Project chair class, and it's going to be made available to veterans after I get done with the recording. So just kind of settle down into the chair, feel the feet on the floor, notice the sits bones in the chair seat and the middle of the back resting against the back of the chair. And just let the hands relax as you kind of notice or relax, starting from the face and the top of the head, through the face and the shoulders, down through the hips, the legs, and the feet and the toes. And relax the arms. Let the hands just go limp. Yeah. You can close your eyes or come to a soft focus here. And you can actually move if you want to shift a little bit to maybe feel a little bit more through the feet or the sits bones. Other people call them the sitting bones. And now just bring the awareness to the breath. And the breath moving in and out of the body, just notice the sensations in the nostrils and in the belly and chest as you expand on the inhale and the body contracts on the exhale. And gently open the eyes. And now you can come a little bit forward in the chair, away from the back of the chair, because we'll be doing some moving forward and back movements. And so we need to be up tall and away from the back of the chair. Bring the shoulders over the hips. Let the hands come to the thighs just behind the knees. And the feet are about hip width apart, maybe just a slight bit wider. And then draw the chin in and let the top of the head reach up toward the ceiling. So drawing the shoulder back and let the chest kind of move forward just a bit. Yeah. Getting as tall as we can in the chair. And bring the hands out to the side with the fingertips pointing down toward the floor. Stay tall here. Spread the fingers wide. Feel the arms active, which means you're squeezing the muscles tight in the arms and you're drawing the arms in toward the shoulders so the arms become active. Turn the palms up toward the ceiling, and on your next inhale, let the hands move up toward the ceiling. Let the gaze drift up there, and if the hands don't come together, that's okay. Turn the palms out as you exhale and bring the hands down. And turn the palms out, inhaling, bringing the hands up. Exhaling, the hands come down. And one more time, turn the palms out, inhaling the arms up. And if you choose, if it works for you, you can bring the hands together, bring the elbows in toward the center and reach up toward the ceiling. Now turn the gaze straight ahead. Just look straight ahead and draw the hands and arms back by the ears. Turn the palms out, exhale, and bring the hands down. So this is a standard chair warm-up class that I always use, almost always, with some variation, I guess. So bring the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Bring the right hand somewhere down on the back of that chair, the seat or the lower part of the back of the chair. Get tall, let the shoulders soften here, and then let the hips move as you turn the chest to the right, and then the head turns to look over the right shoulder. Now come to center as you inhale. Bring the right hand across. The left hand comes to the back of the chair. Lift up, shoulders drop, and twist to the left. So inhaling, come to the front. And as you exhale, spiral into another twist to the right. And come to center, bringing the right hand across, exhaling to the left. And coming on back to center. Good. Extend your right arm straight out in front with fingers spread. And here again, the muscles firm up, get tight in that arm as you draw the arm in toward the shoulder, staying tall in the chair. And as you inhale now, let the right hand drift up toward the ceiling. Turn and look up toward the lifted hand. Take a big breath. And then turn the palm to the outside and follow that hand down behind as it comes down and then beside the chair. And again, following it with the eyes as the hand lifts back to the ceiling. Palm turns out, exhaling as the hand comes down and inhaling, still reaching as the hand comes back up. Okay, and with the hand up toward the ceiling, turn and reach as high as you can. And bring the left hand down to the front left leg of the chair and arc over to the left. Feel the opening in the right ribs. Bring the right hand back to the ceiling, reach, and then the right arm comes down. And you can move that arm and move that shoulder. And just notice if you feel any tingling or anything going on in that right arm and that right hand. Extend the left arm straight out, fingers spread. Come tall in the chair. Strong through the arm as you inhale and lift the hand to the ceiling. Turning to gaze toward the lifted hand. And turn the palm outward. Exhale, the hand comes down behind, beside the chair, out in front, comes back up. Inhaling. Exhaling, the hand down. And inhaling it out front and up. Turn and reach. And bring the right hand down to the front right leg of the chair. Arc over to the right. Feel solid in the chair here. Bring the left hand back to the ceiling. Turn and reach. And now the left hand comes down and you can kind of move that left arm a little bit. Okay, let's bring the hands out to the sides now with the palms down toward the floor. Again, stay tall, let the shoulders release down, but you're strong through the arms. And now turn the palms toward the back of the mat, or behind you, palms facing backward, pressing the thumbs back. And now the palms down toward the floor, toward the front of the mat, and then toward the ceiling, pressing the pinky fingers up. Gently move the head so the neck stays relaxed. Strong through the fingers. And now bring the palms toward the top of the mat and the floor. And wow, release the arms down. And so, yeah, it doesn't take much to really, that's work. You're working those arms and shoulders. So on your next inhale, let's loosen the shoulders just a bit. Bring the shoulders up toward the ears. And then take the points of the shoulders back and the shoulder blades come toward the center and down onto the back. You again move the head so the neck stays soft, holding the shoulders back. And then let that one go. And on your next inhale, bring the shoulders up toward the ears. Shoulders come back, shoulder blades toward the center and down onto the back. Yeah, and let that one go. And one more time, bring the shoulders up, lift them up there, and then bring the shoulders back and down. And now we're going to breathe. 2 long, deep breaths here, holding the shoulders back. One more breath. And go ahead and release the shoulders. So, pretty good. Bring the hands out in front, palms down. Strong as you're reaching forward. And now turn the fingertips up toward the ceiling, pressing out with the palms of the hands. Draw the pinky fingers back toward you. And now the palms come down toward the floor. And you can bring the fingers together and the thumbs to the fingers into bird beak, and then turn the fingers down toward the floor. Or if you want a little bit more sensation in the forearms, you can come into fists, tight fists, and then turn the knuckles down toward the floor. One more breath. And now expand here, opening those fingers wide, and bring the palms together. Press the palms together. Squeeze, 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 pressing in to the center. And on your next inhale, let the hands drift up to the ceiling. And one more shoulder exercise here. Bring the arms down into cactus arms. So the elbows are bent, fingers are spread wide, and now you're drawing the elbows back toward the back of the chair. Keep the neck relaxed. Take a breath. And release the hands down to the legs. Slide back in the chair and just take a big deep breath in and let it go. Wow, okay. Not bad at all. Coming forward again in the chair with the feet planted firmly on the mat. Bring the right knee into the chest and hug it in. Good. Circle those toes. And then take those circles the other way. And point the toes and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex. Now draw your right knee over toward your right shoulder. And extend that right leg straight out in front. Now it's core strength. You can support that knee or that leg behind the knee if you choose with your hands, pressing out through the heel. One more breath. And bring the right foot down. And bring the left knee into the chest. Flex the left foot. Circle those toes. And the other way. Take the knee toward the left shoulder. Finding sensation, I believe, in the hip. And now extend the leg. Support behind the knee or not. Breathe. And bring the left leg down. All right, so let's all come to standing. I'm going to turn the chair around so the seat of the chair is facing me. And we'll do another core strength exercise here. So bring the hands down to the seat of the chair, and the hands can be flat on the chair seat with the middle finger pointing toward the back of the chair. Or if that's not comfortable for your wrists, you can curl the fingers around the sides of the chair seat. Whichever way works best for you. Bring the feet under the hips, about hip distance apart. And feel through the palms of the hands and the fingers on the chair seat and down through the feet onto the floor. So you feel solid here. And we're going to start with something called cat-cow. So as you inhale, press the belly toward the floor and take the gaze over the back of the chair. And as you exhale, let the top of the head come down toward the chair seat. Don't bend the arms, and just lift the middle of the back up toward the ceiling. Now inhaling, press the belly down, looking over the back of the chair. Exhaling, let the head drop, rounding up. One more round, inhaling and exhaling. And now coming back into that standing tabletop, we're going to take the right leg and we're going to lift it off the mat, hip height, or as high as you reasonably can get it. Bring the left hand to the back of the chair, top of the back of the chair, and if you choose, you can take the left hand straight out ahead. Keep the gaze straight down to the seat of the chair, and now breathe. This is core strength. You might feel a little tightness in the belly here. That's good. And just breathe. Remember, if you find yourself holding your breath, tell yourself not to do that. And now bring the left hand down, bring the right leg, the right foot down. Take that breath. Wag your tail. Just move your butt side to side. Good. Now lift your left leg hip height or off the mat. Bring the right hand to the top of the chair, back, and then extend that arm over the back of the chair. You're breathing. You're feeling down through the standing foot. One more breath. And bring the right hand down, bring the left foot down beside the right. Okay, we're going to step back into chair plank. So just ease both feet back into chair plank. And if you don't get all the way back to, a straight line from the top of the head to the heels, that's just fine. Go where you can go. Take a breath. Now bend the elbows in close to the body, lower halfway, and then press back up, and lower halfway, and press back up, and lower halfway, and press back up. And now take those hips up and back, or actually back toward the back of the mat if your chair's on the mat. Let the head hang between the arms. Press the heels of the feet down into the mat and let the head settle as low as it'll go toward the mat. Keep a little bend in those knees, but you can work the heels one at a time into the mat. We're beginning to say hello to the hamstrings. And now step the feet up toward the chair, back in that chair table. Now we're going to do a forward fold. So with the feet hip width apart, bend the knees, exhale, and let the top of the head go down toward the mat. Hands can stay on the seat of the chair, or they can come down to fingertips on the mat. Bend the knees here, really bend the knees. And then gently straighten or begin to think about straightening one leg and then the other. Again, still working the hamstrings. Let the head just hang. And you can shake the head, yes or no. Keep the neck relaxed. Now bend the knees, press into the floor with the feet and round up. The head is the last to come up. Let the shoulders come back. Take the arms wide, fingers are spread, and lift the hands up toward the ceiling. Exhaling, Come down into mountain pose. Oh yeah, feels so good. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of a flow here. It's called Sun Salutation B, Sun B. So we're going to start from our mountain pose. And the first thing we're going to do is come into a chair pose. So bring the hands out in front, bend the knees. Hands come up toward the ceiling with the knees bent. Take a breath. Now exhale, come into that forward fold. Hands to the seat of the chair, the head releases, pressing the hips toward the ceiling. And come to half lift. So now half lift, the belly is pressing toward the toes. The hands are below the knees on the shins or on the seat of the chair. And exhaling, bring the hands to the seat of the chair. Step both feet back into that chair plank. Yes. Bend the elbows. Look over the back of the chair now as you straighten the arms. Exhale back into that chair, downward dog. Yes. And now step your right foot up toward the chair. Spin the left heel in and down. This gets a little complicated here, but stay with me if you can. And now come into Warrior One. Lifting the hands up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring the hands back down to the seat of the chair. Come up on the back toes. Take the right foot back beside the left. And now bend the elbows. Looking over the back of the chair. Exhaling back to downward dog. Yes. Now step the left foot toward the chair. Spin the right heel in and down. And come into that Warrior One. Front knee is bent. Back leg is strong. Hands reaching to the ceiling. Exhaling, bring the hands down to the seat of the chair. Step the left foot back into plank. Bend the elbows. And now up into this chair upward dog, looking straight ahead. And back to downward dog. Take a breath. Step both feet up into chair table. Exhale down to the forward fold. Release the head. Come to half lift. And back to the fold. And now bend the knees. This time get long through the spine. Stretch the arms wide and bend the knees. Press into the mat coming up. And now back to mountain pose. Yeah, yoga flop. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot of stuff, a lot of moving there. So I hope you could stay with me. We're going to do a spinal flow here. So from our mountain pose standing, come up tall, inhale and bring the hands up. And now as you exhale, take the right hand down beside the right leg and now arc to your right. Inhaling, the right hand up. And exhaling, the left hand down, arc over to your left. And inhale, the left hand up. Exhaling, palms up to the ceiling as you twist to the right. Inhale up. And exhaling as you twist to the left. And inhale up. One more time to the forward fold. This time, bring the hands down through the heart, hinge at the hips, bring the hands to the seat of the chair or down to the floor with knees bent. And now bend the knees really deeply, bring the hands out beside the chair and press into the mat to come up. Exhale the hands back, a gentle back bend. And coming up, exhale the hands down. Ah, yeah, all good. Yes. So we can do some balance work here if you, we only have a couple minutes left, but you can turn the chair so that the back of the chair is beside you. And you can have your hand on the back of the chair or not, whichever works for you, or you can bring the hands to the hips. And let's just bring the weight into the left foot. Find somewhere out on the floor that you can kind of focus on, and then just lift the right knee. Breathe. Now extend the leg. This is core strength again. And bring the right foot down. Take a breath. Move a little bit. And now move the weight into the right foot. That chair is right there. Find your spot. And then lift the left knee. Flex the left foot. And straighten the left leg. And then bring the left foot down beside the right. Okay, great. So let's come down to finish up in the chair. So we'll do one more stretch in the chair. So you're still kind of toward the front of the chair here. And actually you want to scoot pretty close to the front edge of the chair, again, to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. And then open the legs wide with the toes on the floor and pointing away. Lift up tall. And now bring the left hand to the inside of the left leg, open the right shoulder, and now arc over that left leg. And bring the right hand up, and now bring the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Open the left shoulder and arc over the left or the right leg. And bring the left hand up to the ceiling. The hands come back to the seat of the chair, and just slide your bottom back in the chair. And the feet come to hip width, a little wider maybe on the floor. Good. Everyone take a deep breath in. Open the mouth and let it go. And one more deep breath. And a long, slow exhale. Yeah, so starting or ending the way we started by feeling down through the feet, the sitting bones in the chair seat, and the back resting against the back of the chair. Softening from the face to the toes and fingertips. Notice the breath. See if you can feel the heartbeat. And wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Yeah, okay. So thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. And I'm going to come over to the machine, the computer again. And I'm going to stop the recording.